Hello, friends. Hola, hola, hola. Hello, everybody. Welcome to His Girls Signs. Hola, muy buenas noches. Bienvenidos a His Girls Signs. How are you guys? How are you all? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. It's the last Thursday of the month of October 2025. That makes this day October 30th. So I hope you guys are doing well on this October 30th. And I hope you guys can join me today. We're going to be doing some nice crafting. So hope you guys can join me today. Let me go ahead and find myself here. Let me look for me. Hi, Tracy. How are you? And thank you. All right. How are you guys? How are you all? All right. We're going to get crafting. We have a see. I see one person over here on YouTube. I see some people coming on our Facebook. So this episode today here on Craft on the Clock, to this episode of His Grocery Science will be streamed right into Craft on the Clock, which is a wonderful group of crafters that will be available to you either or replays of crafting 24/7. That's the reason of the name Craft on the Clock. So that's, you can find us on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you live craft also, which is a private group, but free to tell you something free. It's just private, just to keep out the widows. Anyways, so you want to let you know that on this Thursday we are not doing any Halloweenish. We're going to go ahead and jump into Christmas. There's a lot there, fun things to do. Hello, Miss Cheryl. How are you? Thank you, my friend, for sprinkling. Thank you. By the way, if this is your first time watching, would you let me know? My name is Maureen. As I said, I am from Colombia, as in South America. So if you see me, if you hear my tongue getting twisted with a little, with a little Spanish, or I jump into Spanglish, it's just because I am native, Colombian native. So that's what it is. So anyways, let's see. I see Ms. Brenda from Totally Together Crafting. And I see, by the way, these names, check them out so you guys can go ahead and see wonderful creators, wonderful creators. Totally Together Crafting by Brenda. That's one of the creators. Kathleen, thank you so much for being here. Miss Stephanie from Crafts from Memories Past. There's another crafter. And thank you, my love, for sprinkling in the 5-star rating. You're always wonderful. Hello, Miss Kelly, and for sprinkling as well, Miss Linda and Beverly. You guys were just coming from watching Miss Gresham and doing her a wonderful penguin that her husband gets to cut. So check that out as well. All right. Today, I promise you, I have one thing to promise you today, and thank you for all that are joining here on YouTube. Let me go ahead and bring you a little closer so you and I can be a little closer together. Ooh. Okay, here we go. So today, I promise you one thing. Everything that I'm doing today is going to be from, hold on, I'm just repositioning something over here. Everything that I'm bringing you today will be items from the Dollar Tree, which is no longer a dollar. False advertisement, which is no longer a dollar, but at least it is kind of budget friendly-ish. So we're going to use those today. All right. So I'm going to show you everything I'm going to be using. I promise you everything I'm going to be using. All right. So Diana, thank you for your from Florida. Oh, tell me where, because I am in Florida too. I'm enjoying. Can you see? Can you all see? It's like we're enjoying the cool weather that's coming to Florida. It's in the 60s, upper 60s. We're bringing out our jackets, you all. It's 60. We have a thin blood here. And Beverly, thank you so much, my friend, and for sprinkling. All right, so let me show you what I got, which is all here. Promise you, you see? Dollar Tree, Frosted Greenery. And, well, this one I'm not sure if I'm going to be using, so I'm going to put that inside. Here we go. We're going to be using this one. We are going to be using some little tags. We are going to be using some fabric. I did find this one at the Dollar Tree. We are going to be using some chalkboard. Here it is. You can find is the Jot, J-O-T, Jot. Chalkboard. It is. It's a little one like this. Miss Stephanie, Miss Patty, thank you for being here. Let's see. Crafting with Shelly Designs. How are you, friend? And Ellen, thank you so much for being here. And here's another one. Here, this is an 8x10 board. Now this is a black one. It's important to tell you that. By the way, those new ones that are friends here that are joining here on YouTube. Hello, Miss B. Miss B Walker, how are you? And Sophia. Thank you. I love you too, girl. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the love. Those of you that are joining here on YouTube, if you don't mind, make sure to subscribe. I so appreciate that. It means not, it's just a button for you, but to me, it gets me closer to my goals. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So just every subscriber counts. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, so let's get started. And I'm going to start by opening this up. And I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to use just random things to make something really pretty. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we're going to make our lives simple. All right, first time watching, Diane, thank you. Let me know where in Florida you're watching. Kind of curious. I'm all the way here in Tampa, in the mid-Florida. Right outside of Tampa, though. All right, so I'm going to use this canvas, and it's black. It comes already black from the Dollar Tree. All right, I am going to use, this is one of the things that is not from the Dollar Tree. However, I'm going to show you the one thing that you may use, and is this one. And this is a gloss Mod Podge. And you can see that it's $1.25 there. It's a gloss one. Be sure that it is a gloss one. Hi, Ms. Cindy from Create with Cindy's Creation. And Janet, how are you? Thank you all. Can you all help me to give Diane a nice warm welcome, you all? Thank you so much. Spring Hills. Like 45 minutes away from me. Well, an hour with traffic. You know how things are. So... All right, so that's the one that you're going to use. I'm going to use this one. I just love it. This is something that dries a lot quicker, and it's called by Essentials Royal Langnickel, and it's called Gloss Medium. That's all it is. Okay, I have had it forever. Honestly, I can't remember where I got it. I have had it for quite a long time. However, it dries fairly quickly, and that's the reason why I am going to be using it. So now. I was such a good girl. You don't know how many brushes I have washed. So I'm going to use one of those. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start by using my glass medium. And let me see. I'm going to go ahead and use my gloss medium, not like my glass medium, my gloss medium. And I'm going to put a little bit of glossiness onto my board, just the way it is. I'm not painting it. I'm not doing anything to it. Just putting a little glossiness. Now, the reason why I'm adding the glossiness is just so that way it could look, we're going to fake it. We're going to fake it. We're going to pretend that that we have spent the time painting this baby up. Just by, look at that. See that? See how that instantly... we're just pretending, giving it the look as if we spent our time painting this baby black. We didn't. So this is going to get covered in the middle here, so I'm not going to worry about the middle. This is mostly for my edges and obviously for my edges on the top and on the edges on the side. So we're going to fake it. Right? By the way, you could use some gloss medium on top of any print, and to make it look as if it was painted, like oil painted. So just kind of wanted to give you, if you take a little bit of Mod Podge or gloss medium, something like this, you could just give it some strokes and make it look as if it was purchased, or it was oil, if it was like oil painting. This gloss medium by Essentials. Essential is the one that I'm using. It dries very quickly. So that's the reason why I'm choosing today to do this one, just because of time purposes. But the gloss one by Mod Podge, the company Mod Podge, it's going to do the same, basically. The same effect. It's just going to take a little longer to dry. All right, so I'm going to put this on the side. And we're faking it. We're fake painting. There it is. Okay, so that's painted. Woohoo! The end. Did you see that? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put it on the side. Let me turn on my fan, and I'm going to. Oop! I just touched it there, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my fan, and let that dry kind of naturally, just by using the fan. All right, we're good thus far. Okay. let me know. Are you also new here in my on this Craft on the Clock or in my page? If I am, love to know. Love to know. Creators in this creation. How you feeling, Cindy? I was praying for you today. I hope that all went well. Let us know how it went. Your procedure. Ellen, just joined Craft on the Clock. Yay! First time with you. Well, welcome, Ellen Ripley. Thank you for being here. I hope this is your first, but not your last. Welcome to the family here, Craft on the Clock. Thank you so much for joining. All right. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and go to our next step. We're going to be using our board. Okay. How are we going to use this chalkboard? So far with this, we're going to be using what? $2.50, give or take. you know that they've been changing prices on us. You know how it is. So I'm also using this fabric. Now I did get this fabric at the Dollar Tree. Okay, and it's just kind of like I want to say it's a half a yard that they sell. So just a little remnants. Okay, and we're going to measure now. Thank you, Debbie. You're so sweet. Oh, Tiffany. Today makes 30 years since she lost her precious mama. May God bless you, sweet girl, and comfort you. Thank you, Tiffany, for being so sweet as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and measure up here, and all we're going to do is cut it to size. As we're cutting it to size, you guys, we're going to just leave a little tiny bit, which is going to be folded, because we want to make sure that these edges right here, we want to make sure that those get covered. So we are going to kind of leave like a little half an inch on either side. Let me go ahead and get my cutter, my fabric scissors, and I keep them in the box purposely because I will forget that these are fabric scissors, and you do pay more for your fabric scissors, of course, Stephanie. You do pay so much more for your fabric scissors, so we want to make sure that it's a one-time purchase only. So I just kind of put them on the side because of that. So I'm gonna just cutting it semi-straight. Nobody's going to see your cuts. Okay, I'm gonna save this here because we might be using a little bit of this as part of our ribbon. Okay, whenever you don't have ribbon, you could always use fabric, cut it the same size as your ribbon, and you could use a fabric as a ribbon whenever you don't have a ribbon. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on the side, and that's gonna be it. Now over here, I'm going to just start covering my fabric. If your fabric happens to be kind of in the can I say in the wrinkly side, or it has some creases, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. Plug it in. I'm gonna plug it in just a minute. It's going to be turned on. It's going to be hot, and this is just a little crafting iron. Any iron that you have will do the same thing. Thank you, Kelly, for being so sweet. And oh, Janet, I'm so sorry, you guys. Sweet. Okay, baby, come on, turn on. Oh, did I not turn it on? It will work if I turn it on. There, all the way up. Okay, it's heating up now. Yeah, B, wasn't it not letting you have comments at all? Yeah, I didn't know, and then I went back and I realized my mom kept messaging, and I saw that you're messaging on Facebook. I am so sorry. I did not realize that we're having technical issues with YouTube, which is unusual because I was not doing anything. I guess that will cause them to kind of give me issues. I think I've been a good girl lately, I think. All right, so I am going to just iron it out, so that way I could release the crease that he had when he was bended, when he was, oh gee, kind of just got a little bit of glue there. I want to see if it comes off. Don't know why I got glue. Okay, I think it came off. Just releasing that crease, guys. That's all I'm doing. Just making sure that it's nice and flat, so that when we go and glue it, we don't have a whole big bend on there. Okay, so perfect. I'm gonna turn this off. Turn off. And this is like a, this was really inexpensive. You guys don't think that these kind of, but I need any kind of iron will work this way. How was your Thursday? How's your Thursday been? It's been wonderful here. When you don't have to sweat things, when you have to sweat around, because it's been a little cold front. It's been a little tiny cold front. We'll take it. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and use this baby, this fabric, and we're going to put it right on here, just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over. For some reason, this kind of had a little bit of glue, don't know why. I'm gonna turn it over, and I'm going to put Mod Podge directly on here. Thank you for those 16 of you that are here. Thank you for the thumbs up that you guys been giving me on YouTube. And appreciate it. Before you go, just make my day and hit the subscribe button on there, and it helps me so much to just get closer to my goals. This is where I keep my Mod Podge. I got this little tip years ago from our friend Cindy from Create with Cindy's Creations. Right? Your mom passed away in 2015. Cindy, I kind of missed what you were saying there, so I apologize. And let me see, Tiffany, you said something about fabrics. And who do we have here? Isabom 13. I subscribe. Yay! Thank you so much. Fabric is so pretty for Christmas, isn't it? I think so too. You know what? Instead of putting the glue on the fabric, I'm gonna go ahead and put the glue on here. There we go. So we're going to be sure that this is all completely covered. Okay. Not only that, once this dries, what this is going to help us, it's going to help us in the way that it's going to stiffen the fabric. And I do have a little spatula. Don't tell me that I moved it. Chucks. I don't like it when I don't put things back. Don't like it when I don't put things back. I'm gonna take this spatula here. I'm gonna try to just go ahead and move it around, just to make sure that we have our glue. I like to do my Mod Podge, just spread it around with a spatula rather than a brush, because many times with a brush, if I don't wash it right away, you guys, I pay for it. I do pay for it if I don't wash it right away. And I think I went a little bit too happy with my Mod Podge. So I got a little bit too much, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go with it. And what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna go ahead and take it and start putting it on my edges here, because we're going to put this baby and fold it over. This fabric is gonna be folded over. Here we go. Can't believe that in 2 days will be November, you guys. It's like, wow. A lot has happened in this year, but I tell you what, it's gone fast. At least that's how I feel. I'm gonna go ahead and press it down. And all I want to do, just because this fabric has lines, I'm trying to make sure that my board, I'm going to try to be able to have it within the lines, so that way we don't have a crooked board or you have crooked fabric. I'm going to take my spatula, see how it is. I'm going to now take it, and I'm going to just put every piece of glue, every drop of glue that I may have. I'm going to go ahead and put it down, so that when I turn this baby over, the fabric, when I start putting the fabric over is going to be glued onto that. Okay. Not only am I going to do that with the fabric, but I'm also going to take my scissors. Remember the fabric scissors right here? And I'm going to cut little slips. I'm going to cut kind of like the corners. See, I cut this piece out. I cut this piece out and this piece. So it gives me, I will have to show you, it gives me that cut right there. Okay? I'm going to do that with every side. And this is going to help me so that when I am going to fold it in, then I don't have lumpiness on those corners. So I'm just cutting that little bit. This is just gonna help you. Just keep everything nice and neat on the edges, on the ends, on the corners. It's kind of like a little present, just the way that we would wrap a present. Okay, so got that done. Let me clean these up. And all we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and start using fabric soaks up the Mod Podge. Yes, it does. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing this, and I'm going to use that instead of having my fingers all kind of you know, just put in the glue. I'm going to go ahead and start pressing it down. Pressing it. I'm holding in the middle with my fingers there in the middle, and I'm just folding it down. Okay? Doing the same thing on this side. I'm going to fold it. Fold, fold, fold. Okay, going to now fold this other side. Thank you, B, for all those hearts. Socks Burgers, how are you? Say thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. Let me know if you are also a new subscriber. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and press this one down. And remember, it's just being held by all the Mod Podge that we have on there. Okay. So now that just everything is pressed down, everything is nice and glued down, I'm going to bring it over. One of the things that I did forget to do, I am going to fold it over. See that right there? And I'm going to now get my my heat gun or a hair dryer, same difference. And as I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and get my brayer. Okay, and this brayer is gonna just go ahead and roll it. And this is going to just make sure that as I press it down, that the fabric is super adhered to the board. Remember what we used? This is just a chalkboard from the Dollar Tree. The reason why I'm heating it is just so that it could help me dry it up, just to speed up the process here. Speeding up the process, that's all I'm doing. Gonna go ahead and roll it one more time. And look at this, you see that? All the glue, as I rolled it over, all the glue is starting to seep out from my corners here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just a little picky. See that here? I'm going to show you. Not sure if you could see it really closely, but it has a little bit of, you could see a little bit of where I cut it. So I'm going to just make sure that that is just pressed down. So that's all I'm doing. Just gonna go ahead and stiffen up my edges with that. Okay. Okay. Now, if you think that it has, okay, it depends how picky you are with your items. Okay, if you think that it is, you know, that it has a little bit of the markings where the glue was, I totally understand. Hold on a second. Let me just go ahead and do a little tiny snip here. Yeah. And I totally understand. And if that bothers you, like it may bother me, then we could go ahead and put some gloss Mod Podge over the fabric, okay, and make it look as if I painted this. Oh, Tiffany, thank you for all those sweet hearts. It's raining hearts. It's raining hearts. And B Walker is raining hearts also on YouTube. So you're all raining hearts today. Little queens, heart queens. Thank you, Jackie, for sprinkling from Jackie Webb. Jackie Webb, thank you so much. I can't wait to. Oh, you can't wait to see. You know, I'm going to. My inspiration for this one today. It was just a craft that I did. I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. It was different but kind of similar. Different but similar. Okay, I'll be completely honest, you guys. And if you don't, I'm not sure if you see it, but you see how, there you go. You see the light, you see how the light catches that? You see all of those markings from the glue? Me, I don't like it. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna go ahead and find my, where did I leave my brush? The one that I used. Where did I leave the brush I used? Goodness gracious. Here it is. Get it back in there. I'm going to go ahead and get the thank you, Jackie, for all those hearts. You guys are a little queen of hearts. I'm going to get the glossy fabric. Sorry, the gloss medium, sorry. The gloss medium, and we're going to just make it all glossy. Why not? By making it all glossy, all those little markings will disappear. There. Make sure that when you're doing your coat of gloss, go in the same direction. Go in the same direction. If you started going up and down, do the whole thing up and down. Don't go side to side and up and down. Just do the whole thing. You could go ahead and do the side to side, just like that at the beginning, just to make sure that you have it everywhere. Just to make sure, you see how I'm doing it? I'm just doing it randomly, just to make sure that it's spread out. But towards the end, just make sure you go back and forth in this one. Let's see, Catherine, thank you so much. You are, oh, you know what, Catherine, I am a retired teacher. Not an art teacher, but I am a retired teacher. Yes. So once it's in you, it's in you. All right, so here it is. See, just a little thingamajig there that I don't like, so I'm going to remove that and press it down. All right, so now all of the markings, I'm going to be nice and glossy, and all of my markings will go exactly the same direction. So now I'm going to go ahead and put it on the side here, and it's going to dry up. Thank you, Janet. I'm glad that you're catching. This is a nice, great tip. Now you see that? Remember, we didn't do, this is going to get covered, so we didn't do the middle, but you see the edges? It looks like a just recently painted item. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this on the side. Leave that there. I don't need this yet, so I'm going to put it on the side as well. Continue drying. All of that is being on the side. And when I put it on the side, you guys, I'm just putting it in front of the fan that I have going here. Yes, I am. After 2020, 2021 was my last school year. After that, I hang my hat. All right, so I'm going to, this comes from the Dollar Tree. Used to be $1.25. Now, I think it's, can't remember if $1.75 or $3, but it's definitely not $1.25. So just want to give you the heads up. It comes 2 in a pack. I have used this in other times. If you get it on a glass, let's just say, do I have a glass? All I have is this one. So pretend that you have a hurricane glass, like hurricane candle candle holder. You could go ahead and buy 4 of these. in other words, 2 packs, and you could go ahead and put them on around here, around your hurricane candle, a candle holder, glass candle holder, and you could just go ahead and glue them around them using E6000, and all of a sudden you take it a plain candle holder into a winter candle holder, and it will last you through Christmas and winter. So that's another nice cute tip. See, simple ways to decorate and very cheap. We're going to use one of these only, and I'm also going to take one of these picks. Okay, this is one of the picks from the Dollar Tree. It comes just like this. We're going to pull one of these off from there. Okay, and we might probably use 1 or 2 picks. So I'm going to, you see this little bit here, that's where it was when it was getting hooked or stuck to the stem. We're going to remove that. Not only are we going to remove this, but we're also going to be cutting the sides. See, we're going to be removing these from our pick. So we're going to be turning this into a smaller version of itself. This is all I'm doing, just turning it into a smaller version of itself. Going to do the same thing with the other pick. So, besides the weather, what else can we talk about? Everybody talks about the weather. November is coming in 2 days. Tomorrow is Halloween. It's one of my cousin's birthdays. So I'm going to go ahead and give this, instead of taking a plain white look, I'm going to go ahead and give it the look of, let's just say, a tree with green stems. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to use this plain blue background. It might be easier for you to see instead of in all of these patterns here on my turntable. Much better. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and bring my hot glue. I think I just knocked down my brushing. I don't want to knock it down. I want to make sure I take it with me and glue dry it and wash it. Okay, so now I'm going to take my hot glue, and I am going to start taking my picks, and I'm going to insert this or hot glue it over the branches. So now we're going to give this this monochromatic white Christmas tree a bitonal look. So it's going to be green and white. It's going to give it a lot more interest. Cut those edges there. There. I am leaving the berries, those foam berries that it brought. It doesn't hurt, and it's only going to help us or make it nicer because it's going to tie up with the colors of the fabric. Sweet life, Aaliyah, you're back, my friend. Thank you for coming back. How are you? I was having some technical difficulties yesterday when I went live, but some of my friends were very persistent letting me know. Finally got through it and checked it out, and it worked out. But half of my live yesterday on YouTube is no sound at all. That's okay, because I already downloaded the video, and I'm going to just go ahead and make it into a shorter video and do a voiceover. Recycling, repurposing. So we're not going to make things go to waste. So look at that. So now it's going from a nice, kind of a flat, it was not kind of like a two-dimensional because it was sort of flat Now you see, it's going to see how it's getting some nice volume there. It's getting some three-dimensional look. So kind of coming to life. There. Really coming to life. See that? Look at that. Look at that. See? Three-dimensional look. It's looking good. Thank you. She says it looks pretty. Pretty, pretty. Muy lindo, muy lindo. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just give it a little bit more. Just working on that 3D look. While our pieces there kind of are drying. So we are working. Is there somebody, I did not look and see if he was somebody else behind me on Craft on the Clock. But I think I'm going to be pretty much finishing I think close to on time. But just wanted to find out if you guys don't mind checking. Not sure who was going to be coming behind me. Did not check if anybody signed up at the last minute. When I looked last night or early this morning, actually, there was nobody else, but I'm not sure. Come on, come on. Don't be difficult. Need you. And I need you. I'm thinking it's a little bit of red piece over here. And guess what, friends? I am almost to my hot glue on this side, and the rest of my hot glue is put away. So hope this lasts. Gonna be extending my branches out by the use of this greenery. See what I mean? See how I'm extending right here? See, I'm extending my my branches out. There is anyone that is in Craft on the Clock, yes. As long as there is a spot available, anybody can sign up. We have a number of times, so we have one free that we could one spot available that we could sign up a week. However, once it reaches a certain time in the evening, which is I think it's like 6 o'clock my Eastern time, then any spots that are available are up for grabs for whoever wants them. So so I usually check and see. And last night, it was like around 10 o'clock when I signed up for this spot. And there was nobody after me. It was still, that spot was still available. The 10:45 spot. So that's why I wasn't sure if anybody has signed up after me. Okay, so we have made this and turned this into a full blown out Christmas tree, you guys. You all see. Full blown Christmas tree. It's incredible how quickly and bushy it's turned out. Nice and bushy. I'm just extending some of the branches on the sides. So that's why I'm gluing some extra ones there. And some extra ones here. I think it needs one more on those sides right here. Just filling it in. That's all I'm doing, you guys. That is all I'm doing. Filling in. And you'll see it in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and bring it over to you so you guys can see how full this tree has turned out. Adorable, adorable. And everybody's going to be asking you where you got that. Tell me where you got it. I made it. Like, I made it. Look at that, you all. See that? Look at that cute, itty patootie little Christmas tree. It's a little sided. Notice that. I think I need needs a little bit of longer pick over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that. It's a little lopsided. No worries. We'll get you, baby. We got you. We got you, baby. Okay, lopsided no more. Let's give it one more look. Make sure. Do we have it? Does it look like it needs a little something around here? Let me see. Yeah, like around here, right? And it's still empty. Oh, thank you. You like the arts and crafts, Leah? I do too. I look forward to this time. I do look forward to being with you guys. It makes my life fun. It brings my happiness. We all should have our happy place, right? We all should have our happy activities that doesn't bother anybody, doesn't get you in trouble, and gets your minds kind of distracted and off of things, right? I think we all should have that. We all should. And hopefully, you know, it doesn't cost too much. Sometimes it does. But for the most part. All right. So this is the last. Promise, promise, promise. Promise, promise, promise. Okay. So now, look at that, you guys. We made a nice Christmas tree and still got a little pick here to that we're gonna use on the very top. I'll show you in just a second. I'm doing this, you guys, so that you could, all of the webs from the hot glue, once you put a little bit of heat into it, just keep it moving though, because we have foam balls. It's going to make them kind of disappear. It melts them away. Just keep your heat moving, because you don't want to melt those foam balls. Okay, now we're ready to start bringing all of the rest of our stuff. Okay. Put that baby there. All right, I'm not going to say that. You make me laugh, people. All right, thank you. All right, gonna go ahead and bring this back. And remember our fabric that is nice and, see how glossy it is? I'm gonna put this baby back together. And this is going to still a little bit, losing a little bit of glue there. Gonna make sure that you just kind of give it a little tiny bit of help. Just a little bit of help drying. Now, before I continue, I'm gonna not put this down first. Okay, before I continue, you guys, I decided, and this is a last minute decision, take it or leave it, or, you know, I may, I may kind of regret it, but who knows? You could only regret it until you try it. But I thought, I said, I always buy these things and I never use it. So I thought, just give it a thought, that perhaps I'm going to go ahead and use it and put it on the side. Don't know. Don't know if I like it. But we're not going to know until we do it. So I just need something plasticky to put underneath, just because I'm afraid that this is going to kind of catch whatever I have on this board. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. And I'm going to come to my edge here from the back. And as I said, you may regret it, but who knows until you try it. I'm going to start here. I don't know, maybe I may think that this is the most genius thing. Who knows? Can't know until I try. I'm not stretching it. Do know that. I am not stretching it. I am only pressing it down into place. Don't stretch it. You will regret it. Why would you regret it? Because then it's going to give you some uneven gaps. Going to do the other side. Remember, just press it down. Don't stretch. All right, guys. Tell me, how many of you send out Christmas cards? Being kind of curious. I was thinking perhaps of doing some type of Christmas card exchange. There's something that kind of is that something that, what do you think? Is it something that is like, is it too old-fashioned? Is it something fun? Is it like another one that was like, oh, yet another something else on the to-do list? Please no. I don't know. Sometimes I miss all of those cards that we used to get in the mail. Do you remember? You know that? I do. I do miss them. So tell me, what do you guys think of those Christmas cards? See, when I was a teacher, I used to get tons of Christmas cards from every single one of my students, or practically almost all of them, until I'm not anymore. And I kind of miss it. I do miss it. Okay. Okay. Guys, this is something that I don't know if I like it, if I don't like it, but we'll give it a try. We are going to give it a good old try. What do we think of that? Not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. Your mountain times. B, sometimes, you know what? It kind of surprises me. I just gotta think about it. Oh, that's really sweet. I look like a school. Back in my days, I did get Teacher of the Year award. Can't remember what year it was, but back in my days, so one of those years, I did. Okay, now let's bring this baby up. Let's try this again. And for this, I'm going to stand up. Oh, those knees. I'm kidding. They don't hurt that much, but it's just, you feel your weight when you get up. Okay. So now we're going to put this baby here. We just got to make sure that they all kind of face in the same direction. And I don't know how to do this. I'm going to go ahead and use tacky glue, because I really don't know how to do this with hot glue, because I think it's going to, it dries too quickly. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to give a little spaces for when I want my hot glue to go, which is on the corners. Everything else is going to have tacky glue. Okay? That way, I don't have to rush. You know what? I'm only going to give 2 corners for the hot glue. Let's do that. That way I don't have to rush to having to press it down so quickly. So here we go. I'm gonna do this corner here and this one here. See what I mean about, now I have to make sure that it is centered. And now, ready to press it down. Do we like it? Do we love it? Do we just like, should have left it without a Maureen? Not sure. What do you all think? I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool. I think it looks kind of cool. All right, so now we're going to bring up our Christmas tree baby. And this one we are going to hot glue on there. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to the bottom. Yes. We like? I tell you what, this is a lot more bright than what I'm used to. Usually don't do crafts this bright. So I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit taken back because I'm like, whoa, this is really bright. There are some pieces there of glue that are showing. So I'm gonna take these berries and kind of hide them. So there are some pieces of glue that are kind of showing and don't want them to show. So I'm gonna use this to hide those away. Just one more pick because there's a little bit of greenery that it needs. And that hides it away. All right, so this is what we got so far. It's a lot of black. It's a lot of black. Didn't think it was gonna be such a big black thing. Okay, now go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and use this beautiful Merry Christmas ribbon. That I'll be completely honest, I'm not sure. I can't remember where I got it from. And I'm going to do the same kind of just a little bit of shoe time bows. I love making shoe time bows because I feel that is something that everybody could do. If you know how to tie your shoelaces, if you were taught tying your shoelaces, then you should be able to tie this baby up. There. Make sure you do your bunny ears, you know, the whole kaboom. I'm gonna put this one here, and I think that's going to give it a little bit. I might just need to trim that down. And remember the picks here, the last of the picks here. We're gonna use that, or maybe not, because it looks too much green. I think it needs a little bit of a different green. Let me go ahead and get my picks, my little bag here. No, too much. You all, these are the things that you don't think about when you are making your craft. Okay, I don't see anything that calls my attention. I did have a bell. Oh, here it is. That is also black and red. It says Happy Holidays. I'm not sure how I'm going to add it on to that. And I'm not sure at this point if it needs to go on there. I thought it was really cute. See that? How it matches. I thought it was like, oh, matches perfectly. And it does. However, I don't know how to put it on there without having to be like too much. So aside from that, I think it needs a little bit of white. It needs a little bit of white, I'll be honest. Because it needs to break down. It's a bit too much. So I don't know what white things I'm gonna add, but it needs a little bit of white. So perhaps something like this. I'm not sure, you guys, but it needs a little white to tone it down. I don't know what white things I have. Oh, I think I found something that I don't have too much of. I need to buy some more of this. You all in 15 minutes extra. Okay. A small pine cone. I thought of that, but it still takes a lot of space. That could be, not quite sure. It could be some, it could be a little piece of, what do you call this? A pearl. I think I like that. So let me cut some. I think I like that. Let me cut another second piece. Little piece of pearls. So here it is. And why not? Why not? You know what? When nothing else succeeds, we put some bling. When nothing else comes to mind, bling it up. Just why not? Right? When everything else fails, we bring some bling and put it there. Okay, let's see. Now I have this one in black, in gold, and I also have this one. I think I'm leaning towards this one. See that? I think I'm leaning towards this one. I think it's going to give me the white that I want, and it's going to tie up with the pearls. So there, problem solved, I think. I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these together, and I think I'm going to go ahead and call it this. I think it's going to be a job well done. Okay, I'm not going to put this one because it makes it a little bit too rusty. Rustic is the word. So I'm going to just put this one. And this is another shoe typo. Where's my hot glue? Actually, before I add those, I'm going to add the pearls. Put those pearls in there in between. And we're going to sandwich that up by adding the bow. And sandwich that up by adding this on top. I'm going to glue my bow onto place. And I'm gluing it just slightly higher. Just because once I add the bling, I really wanted to not overlap the tree. In there, it's gonna hit the top of the tree, but not necessarily overlap it. And I think that is all I have to do about that. I'm going to go ahead and curl this up just by adding a little bit of hot glue onto place and pretend that it's kind of like, you know, just slowly kind of just curling up. I'm gonna fake it. There it is. And I notice that one side is higher than the other. So I'm gonna go ahead and make it even Steven. There. Perfect. And this is what I got for you guys. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Tell me, what are your thoughts? No star. Well, that is my star. That is my condo star. Yes, I am. Do you see the pearls on there? I do not, Leah. I do not celebrate Halloween. Never have. Oh no. Okay. My battery on my YouTube phone is dying, is coming to an end. So if I come and if I lose you guys, that's what happened. But this is what we got tonight. I hope you like it. You could always do it on a different background. I chose black, thought it was going to be different. So just different things for different people. Let me know how we think of the pom-poms. That's kind of completely out of my norm, but I thought, why not? Okay. So hope you like it. Have tons of pictures to take of many different things, you guys. But I'm going to give it a try. Thank you, Ginger. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Diane. And Diane, I hope you come back again. Oh, Tina, thank you so much. She thinks adorable. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you so much. And thank you, Leah. Thank you so much. And and thank you for those that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you have not, in the description box, you'll find the link. You guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Have a beautiful Friday. And I'm going to be hoping to decorate this weekend for Christmas, believe it or not. May God bless you. May God keep you. Make his face shine upon you. And God grant you his peace. I am uploading a brand new video on my YouTube channel as of tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, it's gonna load it up right now. All right. May you have a beautiful day, guys. Don't forget to give this a beautiful love and subscribe to YouTube to Craft on the Clock. If you have not, tomorrow, you guys have a fun day. It's a fun Friday day. Thank you, Ellen. Have a beautiful, beautiful night, you guys. Thank you for all the love and support. Love y'all. Buenas noches. Adios.